Good morning everyone. Our today's topic is series completion. This is the part of verbal reasoning. Series. It is a sequential order of letters, numbers or both arranged in such a way that each term in the series is obtained according to some specific rules. These rules can be based on arithmetical operations, place of letters in alphabetic order, etc. Countings. In our daily life, we use the examples of series, but we don't know. Countings are also in the series. These numbers are also arranged in a specific manner. How? If we will add in the first term 1, that it will become 2. If we will add 1 in 2, that time it will become 3. If we will add 1 in 3, that time it will become 4. It means all these numbers are arranged like if in every term we will add 1, that time it becomes the successive term. Tables are also the part of or the examples of a series. This is the table of 2. This is also in the series because if we will add 2 in every term, that time we will get the next term. This is the table of 12. In this also, if we will add 12 in 12, that time it will become 24. If we will add 12 in 24, that time it will become 36. Again, if we will add 12 in 36, that time it will become 48. Or if we take the alphabets, that time also these are in the series. A, B, C, D, E, F. The next term is G, because these alphabets are also in a manner. These are following a specific rule. Types of series. Number 1, verbal series, and number 2, non-verbal series. Verbal series is the part of the verbal reasoning, and non-verbal series is the part of the non-verbal reasoning. The verbal reasoning is of 3 types. Number 1 is the number series, letter series, continuous pattern series, or letter repeating series. The questions are based on the following 2 types in the series. In the series we can see 2 types of questions. First, find out the next term or missing term in the series, or find out the wrong term in the series. Number series. It is a logical sequence of more than one element made of arithmetical digits. Logical sequence means that each element or term in a number series obtained according to a certain rule or pattern. We can see here in the number series, the first type is addition based number series. It means that numbers which are arranged according to the additions. If we will add something in the first term or in the second term, third term, that time we can get the next terms. For example, complete the given series. The example is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. It means we can see that we can say this is the table of 4, or we can say that these numbers are arranged if the first term in the first term we will add 4, that time it will become 8, plus 4, that time it will become 12. It means so on. If we will add 4 in 20, that time it will become 24. We can see the solution also like this. 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 4, 16, 16 plus 4, 20, 20 plus 4, 24. It means option D is correct answer. Very easy it is. Next, question based on irregular gap. It means in the addition also the gap can be not regular. Irregular it can be. How? If the series is given this 2, 3, 5, 8, 12, 17, it means what will be the next term? If we will see here, that time in 2 we added 1, that time we get 3. If we add 2 in 3, that time we get 5. If we add 3 in 5, that time we get 8. It means we can say that we are adding these values in every term. Firstly we add 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. It means next time we will add 6. If we will add 6 in 17, that time we will get 23. Subtraction based number series. If the gap is regular, it means this is the question in of the series 48, 43, 38, 33, 28. It means what will be the next term. If we see the solution, that time we can we can understand it very clearly. What we are doing, we are subtracting 5 in every term. If we are subtracting 5 in every term, it means in the value 28, if we will subtract 5, that time we will get 23. It means the option is 23. The next, if the subtraction is not regular, if the subtraction is in the increasing order, it can be, or it can be in the decreasing order. The question is 95, 94, 92, 89, 85, 80. It means what will be the next term. In 95 we are subtracting 1, that time we will get 94. If we are subtracting 2, that time we are getting 92. If we are subtracting 3, that time we are getting 89. Minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. If we will subtract 6 in term 80, that time we will get 74. The option A. Multiplication based number series. In the previous two terms, we have solved the questions on the base of addition and on the base of subtraction. Now this time, this is the question which is based on the multiplication based, and in this all the terms are multiplying by a constant, multiplying by constantly. If we are multiplying by 3 to the first number, that time also the second term is also multiplied by 3, the third term is also multiplied by 3, fourth is also multiplied by 3, and fifth is also multiplied by 3. That time we can get this 4 multiplied by 3, it is 12. 12 multiplied by 3 is 36. 36 is multiplied by 3, that is 108. 108 is multiplied by 3, that is 324. It means 324 will be also multiplied by 3, and that time we will get 972. Find the missing number. Again we can see the example of multiplication, but in the previous question we have seen that the terms are multiplied by a constant value, that is 3, and regularly we were multiplying by 3. But in this question, if we are seeing 3, 4.5, 9, 22.5, 67.5, what will be the next term? If we see, if we will multiply 3 by 1, that time we will get 3. It means the first term is 3 and the second term is 3. Again, if we are multiplying 3 by 1.5, that time we will get 4.5. It means if we see the pattern, that time what is the pattern? First we are multiplying by 1, then we are multiplying by 1.5, then we are multiplying by 2 to get 9, then we are multiplying by 2.5 to get 22.5. It means according to this pattern, now we will multiply by 3. It means next value will be 67.5. Option D. The next operation, the next mathematical operation is division. It means on the base of division. The question is 336, 168, 84, 42, 21, and the question mark. It means we have to find out this value. If 336 is divided by 2, that time we are getting 168. Again we will divide by 2, then we will get 84. Then again divide by 2, we will get 42. If all the time we are dividing by 2, it means the last value also will be divided by 2. It means that will be 10.5. If the terms are not divided by the same number, it means they can divide it by different numbers, but these different numbers will be in a manner. How? If the question is 7200, 3600, 1200, 300, 60, what will be the next term? Okay, in the first term there is 7200. It is divided by 2, that time we are getting 3600. If we are dividing by 3, that time we are getting 1200. Divided by 4, we are getting 300. Divided by 5, the next value is 60. If we will divide by 6, that time we will get 10, the first option. Square based number series. In the square based number series also, the questions are of two types. It means the series can be of a squares. It means the square of the natural numbers or integers, and the gap can be also the squares. It means the question is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. What are these values? This is square of 1, this is square of 2, this is square of 3, this is square of 4, this is square of 5, this is square of 6. It means next value will be square of 7, and that will be 49. It means option A is correct. Example number 10 is 2, 3, 7, 16, 32. What will be the next value? In this series we can see that these are not the squares, but it is also based on the squares. How? If we are the difference between 1 and first and second term, that is 1, that is square of 1. In the second and third term there is a gap of 4. It means that is a square of 2. In the third and fourth term there is a gap of 9, and that will be square of 3. It means the next gap will be square of 4, and the next gap will be square of 5. It means we will add 25 in 32. That time we will get 57. The first option. Cube based number series. This is totally same to the previous pattern, that was a square based number series. In this is a cube based number series. It means we can see that these are the numbers which are the cubes of natural numbers: 1, 8, 27, 64, 125. This is the cube of 1, this is cube of 2, this is cube of 3, this is cube of 4, this is cube of 5. It means next value will be cube of 6. It means the cube of 6 is 216. The next question is 1, 2, 10, 37, 101 question mark. If we can see that time, we can get that these are not the cubes of natural numbers, but if we check the difference between the terms, that time we can see that this is cube of 1. The gap of first and second term, that is 1, which is cube of 1. The gap between 2 and 10, that is 8, which is cube of 2. The gap between third and fourth term, that is 27, which is cube of 3. The gap between fourth and fifth term, which is 64, that is cube of 4. It means in the fifth term we will add the cube of 5, and that is 125. 101 plus 125 is equal to 226. Prime number series. In this we can see that 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and the question mark. If we are seeing this in the another way, that time we can see that the gap between the terms is first there is the gap 2. In the second and third, the gap of 4. Third and fourth term, the gap is again 2. In the fourth and fifth term, the gap is 4. In the fifth and sixth term, the gap is of 2. In the next two terms, the gap is 4. It means according to this pattern, the gap is 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. It means in the last term we will add 2 and we will get 25. According to this, our answer is 25, but that is wrong, because if the rule is following like this, that time the question will be not of the prime numbers. This is the series of prime numbers. Every number is a prime number. It means we can say that the next term will be the prime number, and after 23, 29 is the prime number. If both the options are given 25 and 29, that time the candidate think that 25 is also the answer and 29 is also the answer. Which should I have to choose? It means which should the next type is a prime number series. Okay, let's see the question. 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. What will be the next number? If we see this question like the gap between the terms, in the first and second term there is a gap of 2. In next two terms the gap is 4. Again in the next two terms the gap is 2, the gap is 4, the gap is 2, the gap is 4. It means the next gap will be 2, and according to this the answer should be 25. But 25 is the wrong answer, because we are seeing the series according to gap, plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. But if the gap this question is based on the gap, that time it is not necessary that the question is will be having all the prime numbers. It means all the prime numbers and consecutive prime numbers, these are, it means this series is on the base of a prime number series. It means the next number, the next term will be the next prime number after 23, and after 23 the prime number is 29. It means 29 is the correct answer, but 25 is the wrong answer. The next type is a mixed or combination series. It means the all the previous terms, previous parts, or the previous patterns, we can combine these all the patterns like this. The question is 5, 16, 51, 158 and question mark. The next term we have to find out. It means we can see this in this question two patterns are following, the multiplication pattern and the plus pattern. It means first we are multiplying and then we are adding some value. You can see that the first term 5, we are multiplying 5 by 3 and plus 1, we are getting 16. Again 16 is multiplied by 3 and then 3 is added, it means we are getting 51. Again 51 is multiplied by 3 and the value is added 5, it means we are getting 155. It means we can say that the pattern is multiply by 3 and we are adding odd numbers. First we will add 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, and according to this pattern 158 multiplied by 3 plus 7 is equal to 481. Find out the wrong term in the series. It means we have discussed find out the term, or find out the missing character, or find out the missing term in the series. Now we have to find out the wrong term in the series. The question is given 9050, 5675, 3478, 2147, 1418, 1077, 950. It means in this complete series there is a term which is wrong, and we have to find out that wrong term. Okay, the question is this. Now we will find out the gap between first two terms, and that is equal to the gap of that is equal to the cube of 15. If we are getting the gap between second and third term, that time the gap it is equal to the cube of 13. Again we can see that in the third and fourth term the gap is cube of 11. After that it means the gap will be the cube of 9, and then that will be the cube of 7, and that time the next will be the cube of 5. It means 1077 is wrong. According to the gap, the cube of 7, if we will subtract 343 in 1418, that time we will get 1075. It means 1077 is wrong. 1075 should come at the place of 1077. The next type of the series is letter series. We have discussed number series. The next is letter series. It is a sequence of letters taken from English alphabet, and subsequence follows a certain logical pattern. In terms of letters series, certain logical patterns means that every next element of the series is obtained according to a certain change. What type of change? Let's see. The basics of English alphabets. We all know about English alphabets, but there are some important things for the English alphabets. We can see these are the English alphabets. The capital letters are of like this, and the small letters are of like this. The incomplete these English alphabets, which are 26, the vowels are 5, the consonants are 21. In these 26 alphabets there are two half, the first half and the second half. In the first half A to M are 13, N to Z are also 13. Forward order, it means A to Z is the forward order, and backward or reverse order is Z to A, and these are opposite. A is opposite of Z, B is opposite of Y, C is opposite of X, D is opposite of W, and Z is opposite of A. These are the positions of the English alphabets. 23 is W, 13 is M, H is 8. These are the positions. The question on the base of a letter series, that is P, O, M, J, F. It means what will come at the place of a question mark. if we see the positions of these alphabets, that time we can see that this is 16, this is 15, this is 13, this is 10, this is 6, and this is we have to find out. It means if we will check these two positions, there is a gap of 1. In these two positions there is a gap of 2. In these positions there is a gap of 3. In these two positions there is a gap of 4. It means in next these two terms the gap will be 5. And if we will subtract 5 in F or 6, we will get 1 or A. It means this is the answer. The third type of series is a continuous pattern series, or you can say that letter repeating series. Continuous pattern series generally consists of small letters of English alphabet where the letters are arranged following a certain pattern. However, some letters are missing from the series. It is required to identify the pattern and accordingly find the proper sequence of these missing letters from the given alternatives. Let's see the example. Single sequential series. It means in this the patterns are of same type. It means these are small alphabets and these are the same alphabets, same type alphabets. Find the missing term in the following series. This is a series, and in this series the missing letters are more than one. We have to find out these group of letters, which group will come at the place of these blank spaces, blank empty spaces. The first option is this, second is this, third is this, and fourth is none of these. We have to check that which alternative we will use, that this series becomes a series which will look like a pattern. Okay, we will check first A option, then second option, then third option, and we will put these alphabets in these spaces. After putting A, B and C, we check the third option and we can see clearly that if we are filling these spaces by B, B, A, B, A, B, that time we will get that in first B, second B, in the third space A, fourth A, and fifth is B. And we can see that after filling this there is a group of 4 letters B double A B. After that we can see again B double A B, B double A B, B double A B. The required answer is B B A B. To solve these type of questions, to solve fast, what we have to do, we have to count these alphabets. If we will count these alphabets, that time these are 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 4, 16. These are 16 alphabets. It means the group can be made of 4 alphabets or 8 alphabets. If the letters or alphabets are in counting 12, that time the group can be made of 3 or the group can be made of 4. If these alphabets are 15, that time 90% chances the group will be of 5, otherwise the group will be of 3. It means these to solve these type of questions, first what we have to do, we should count the number of alphabets. After counting, it is 50% solved that how we will solve this question by making the groups. 3 alphabet group will be there, 4 alphabet group will be there, or 5 alphabet group will be there. Again we can see the next question. This is A blank B C blank C blank A double B blank B C A blank. If we count the alphabets, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 5, 15. It means these are 15 alphabets. It means the group can be of 5, 5 and 5. Again we will check option A, option B, option C, and option D. After filling these options, we can see that the group is of 5 alphabets, and the pattern is double A, B, double C. Again, it is started from the last alphabet, double C, A, double B. Again, it is started from the last alphabet, and that will be double B, C, double A. The middle letter is single time, and the ending letters are of 2 times. This is the second type of series, non-verbal series. That is the part of non-verbal reasoning. A series is described as a sequential arrangement of figures following a certain pattern of transition from one to other. We can see here also, this is a figure which is rotating clockwise direction. First it is rotating at 45 degree, again it is rotating at 90 degree, again it is rotating in the clockwise direction at 45 degree, and again it is rotating at the angle of 45 degree in the clockwise direction. If we have to find out the next term, that time also it will rotate at the angle of 45 degree in the clockwise direction, and this should be like this. Question formats for the non-verbal series. Choosing the next term in the series. It means we have to find out the next term in the problem figure. The problem figure is having 5 terms. It means the next term, the 6th term, we have to find out from the answer figures. If we recognize this these problem figures, that time we can see that in the first box this figure is rotating by 135 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. If we will rotate this figure in the anti-clockwise direction at the angle of 135 degree, it means that time it will look like this. If again we will rotate this figure at the angle of 135 degree in the anti-clockwise direction, that time again we can see this figure into this figure. Again it is rotating by 135 degree, again it is rotating by 135 degree. It means the next term will be also rotating in the next anti-clockwise direction at the angle of 135 degree. It means if it will rotate at 135 degree, that time this dark portion will be at the end, and this is look like option C. It means C is the correct option. The next is choosing the missing figure in the series. It means this is the problem figure, and in this question we have not to find out the next term, we have to find out the missing term from the figure. It means we have to find out the third term in the first box. If the first box is having only one line, and in the second box it is having 5 lines, it means from first to second we can see that these are adding 4 lines, and after 4 to 5th these are also adding the 4 lines. It means in the every subsequent box or term we can see that there are added 4 lines. It means again in the second term we will add 4 lines. That time we will get like this, the first option. Thank you.